So we started our business in 2012 and it was really just me and Brendan. We made a little bit of wine from a friend's vineyard, and then we started hearing a little bit about Italian varieties that had been planted in Australia, and they were doing really well in terms of climate change. Not a lot of water was needed to grow them, and we were able to make wine that was quite minimal intervention and really interesting and fun. So where the business is now is we've got almost 20 full-time staffs, but we're now exporting to about 10 different countries around the world, and still supporting our domestic market as well.
It's a far cry from when we first started. Things have really grown astronomically for us. I guess three particular key brands. We've got Unico Zelo, which is our wine arm, Applewood Distillery. We've got Oka, as well as Harvest Social Cantina, which is a cooperative model. All of the different key brands that we have, we're exploring different elements of sustainability, different elements of, I guess, alleviating inefficiencies in agriculture to be able to essentially craft products that people fall in love with. So in the case of, say, something like Unico Zelo, we're looking at grape varieties that can be effectively dry grown or minimally irrigated, and largely displacing more heavily irrigated varieties. When it comes to Applewood Distillery, we sort of turn this up to 11 a little bit. We're looking more at native Australian ingredients that are, because of their native nature, they are naturally resistant to pests, any funguses, any sort of debilitating crop diseases, because they're native. So we've recently changed all of our packaging across to recycled sugarcane. One of the hardest things is, in terms of actual labelling, is finding a medium at which it is biodegradable. So bagasse, which is a byproduct of the sugar industry, has been formed into essentially a paper that we can basically print on recycled nature.
The first time I came across B Corp was actually in a magazine, and it was in there as an advertisement. And then once I had that in my head, I started seeing a few brands that I already really loved, like Patagonia and even Stone & Wood. One of the hardest things about the certification was having the resources available. We didn't have an inventory system, everything was done manually on paper. So there was a big time and investment in getting that infrastructure into the business. But we knew that we wanted to grow the business. We knew that we were going to have a long-term impact. So laying the foundation to be able to measure all of those things was really important.
It makes sure that we are kept honest as business owners. You throw into things like above award and fair pay rates, things like we have a transparent pay policy, have a big commitment to our culture, which is massive, as well as inclusivity and fairness and equality across the entire organisation.
There's a big positive impact about having a B Corp certification for the business. Our customers, they're already interested in sustainability just because of the way that we make our products, but having the certification means that it's verified. It means that they know that we're actually tracking it every year. Belonging in the B Corp community is, I think it just, it inspires you, because you can see what all these other businesses are doing, and to see the steps that they're taking and how progressive they are, whether it's their packaging or their manufacturing processes or the way they're giving back to community. Whenever
it comes down to looking for a new supplier, or we're entertaining some new business concept, we'll actually go straight to the Beehive first to see, A, if there's anybody else that's already done this before that can provide a little bit of advice, but also, are there any other suppliers that we could rely on that would be able to assist us with that as well. But you've got to remember, the B Corp community isn't just manufacturers and banks. It's legal advice, it's retail outlets, it's quite broad. The B Corp certification means a lot to us because we know we're a growing business and we know that we're going to be in this for the long haul, and we work so closely with growers, so we are seeing the impacts of climate change firsthand. So to be able to have a business that's doing more than just making money and having an impact wider than just ourselves has always been important to us.